Let us read, and let us dance. These two amusements will never do any harm to the world. Judge a man by his questions rather than by his answers. It is forbidden to kill, therefore all murderers are punished unless they kill, in large numbers and to the sound of trumpets. Life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the lifeboats. Those who can make you believe absurdities, can make you commit atrocities. The more I read, the more I acquire, the more certain I am that I know nothing. Common sense is not so common. Love truth, but pardon error. I have never made but one prayer to God, a very short one: O Lord, make my enemies ridiculous. And God granted it. I don't know where I am going, but I am on my way. Fools have a habit of believing that everything written by a famous author is admirable. For my part, I read only to please myself, and like only what suits my taste. God is a comedian playing to an audience that is too afraid to laugh. Every man is guilty of all the good he did not do. Dare to think for yourself. Despite the enormous quantity of books, how few people read, and if one reads profitably, one would realize how much stupid stuff the vulgar herd is content to swallow every day. It is dangerous to be right in matters on which the established authorities are wrong. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. God is a circle whose center is everywhere and circumference nowhere. Doubt is an uncomfortable condition, but certainty is a ridiculous one. The secret of being a bore is to tell everything. Cherish those who seek the truth, but beware of those who find it. It is better to risk saving a guilty person than to condemn an innocent one. Think for yourself, and let others enjoy the privilege of doing so too. Faith consists in believing what reason cannot. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. Every man is a creature of the age in which he lives, and few are able to raise themselves above the ideas of the time. Our wretched species is so made that those who walk on the well-trodden path always throw stones at those who are showing a new road. If God did not exist, it would be necessary to invent him. The human brain is a complex organ with the wonderful power of enabling man to find reasons for continuing to believe whatever it is that he wants to believe. Let us cultivate our garden. Prejudices are what fools use for reason. The comfort of the rich depends upon an abundant supply of the poor. Don't think money does everything, or you are going to end up doing everything for money. The art of medicine consists of amusing the patient while nature cures the disease. It is not enough to conquer, one must learn to seduce. Men will always be mad, and those who think they can cure them are the maddest of all. No opinion is worth burning your neighbor for. Man is free at the instant he wants to be. It is clear that the individual who persecutes a man, his brother, because he is not of the same opinion, is a monster. Perfect is the enemy of good. The longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. The only way to comprehend what mathematicians mean by infinity is to contemplate the extent of human stupidity. It is with books as with men, a very small number play a great part. Liberty of thought is the life of the soul. He must be very ignorant, for he answers every question he is asked. May God defend me from my friends, I can defend myself from my enemies. One day everything will be well, that is our hope. Everything's fine today, that is our illusion. The happiest of all lives is a busy solitude. I loved him as we always loved for the first time, with idolatry and wild passion. History never repeats itself. Man always does. Men are equal, it is not birth but virtue that makes the difference. She blushed and so did he. She greeted him in a faltering voice, and he spoke to her without knowing what he was saying. It is an infantile superstition of the human spirit that virginity would be thought a virtue, and not the barrier that separates ignorance from knowledge. Behind every successful man stands a surprised mother-in-law. To succeed in the world, it is not enough to be stupid, one must also be polite. I would rather obey a fine lion, much stronger than myself, than 200 rats of my own species. One great use of words is to hide our thoughts. It is hard to free fools from the chains they revere. Meditation is the dissolution of thoughts in eternal awareness, or pure consciousness without objectification, knowing without thinking, merging finitude in infinity. To hold a pen is to be at war. The best is the enemy of good.